Hey, I'm back. This is Chandler for Melda Production, and today I thought I'd go over some new things in MCabinet. Recently, with the new update, they added a few things, and I'm going to show you those today, and these are a few new cabinets that I think will be useful. So let's get into it. If you're wondering where they are, just go to Guitar here, click that, and then you don't have to click anything in here, you can just go to the flags and click 2D. So these are ones that are kind of like movable microphones. So you see here you have cap and you have cone, and then you have the distance here. So I'll play through a few of these and I'll let you hear it. I'll use this one as kind of a heavier example, and I'll loop it, and I'm going to move this around a little bit, and so hopefully you can hear what it sounds like. So here we go. So there you go. So basically this allows you to move this around to find the tone that's, right for you. On top of that, they have some other things in here. You can adjust the character, and that will change the sound here. So you have this A, B, all the way to E here. Play that a little bit. It's very subtle, but hopefully if you're listening, especially if you have headphones, you can hear it. So it just changes the resonances a bit. So that gives you a few more colors there if that's what you need. And below that, you see here it has normal, defined, full, and scooped. And so these will really alter the sound. So I'll play through these so you can hear what these do. Hopefully these are pretty self-explanatory and you can hear what they're doing. On top of that, we have a little room simulation here. So I'll let you hear it off. And turn it on. Here, there's only a 35%. You can probably hear it there, but let's turn it all the way up to 100% so you can really hear it. So that gives you a little bit more ambience if you want that. Maybe that's a bit too much. On top of that, you have all the normal controls here. So you have the gain, which is really like a volume control. You have flatten, which I don't use that much. Smoothing, you can use, but I don't use these two that often. Pitch is a little bit interesting one. I think I explained that in a previous video. What that does, it kind of like shifts the IR left or right. But the tone is the one I use the most. So if you feel like, you know what, this is still too dark or still too bright, you can move it like this. So if you can't get what you want, you can use that if you need it even darker or brighter. So that's what these are basically. But you're probably thinking, it sounds okay, but what if you don't like this tone? So I have quite a few other ones as well. So these that are named after metal are usually, I think they're useful for rock or metal. You can use them for anything though. So we have aluminum, bismuth, cadmium, cobalt, iridium, and lithium. And I'll just let you hear those. So I'll stay here for the aluminum, and then I'll switch between that, bismuth, cadmium, and the rest of them, like this. Sorry for those small blips in between there. When you switch between them, it doesn't sound so good, but hopefully they give you an idea of how these alts sound like completely different. These are all set here at this position, but I don't think this is actually the best. I think it's best to, move it around yourself. But as you can see, you have a lot of different, flavors and colors and tones in there that you can kind of play with. And when you choose one and then move it around, you can get, even more stuff out of there. And one of the reasons I think this is great is because in the future, I'll be making some videos showing how you can combine cabinets. And by using these, you have a lot of different colors to blend together in mono or in stereo. You can use multiple cabinets together, or you can even use the same one. Like I could use bismuth, and then I could combine it with another instance of bismuth, just moving it in a different microphone position, changing the tone, or, going in here and changing the character to, defined, full, etc. to, meet my needs. I'll show you some other cool things you can do with that in the future too, but let's get to some of the other ones. So those are the ones that are kind of like intended for dirty sounds. Let's get to some of the cleaner sounds here, like this. So lithium, like I said, can be used for both, but let's look at nitrogen, radon, and xenon. Here we go. Okay, and let me give you a quick funk example. Show it on something that sounds a little bit different, like this. Here we go. So as you can hear, you have a lot of different tones in there. Even though they're clean tones, you get a lot of variation. And when you move this, you get even more variation. In the future, I'll do a video on how you can combine these together to create sounds. But for now, if you have this, feel free to experiment with yourself. If you have experiment yourself, if you have MCabinet, you can get a lot of tones out of these. And by combining this with all the other things you have available, possibilities are endless. If you like this, give me a thumbs up, leave me any questions or comments down below, and check out all the other plugins at meldaproduction.com. Till next time, see you.